Virgo. Jessica here with Cardinal Signs. I hope that you're doing well. Welcome to your decision reading. This reading is going to run roughly from mid-August until mid-September. And we're dealing with two choices at hand. So this is for those of you who are dealing with Two of Swords energy. So you have a choice to make, two potential pathways in front of you, but you need a little more information and clarity before you can make your decision. So I've already shuffled the cards. All I need you to do at this point is to focus on what you need from this reading. Assign one of your options to be represented by path 1, the other by path 2, and we can begin. So this is for Virgo. Overall energy for path 1, we have adventure. So this is the Knight of Pentacles. Two things to consider about path 1. We have the Empress, creativity, and we have the Nine of Pentacles, ripeness. Wow, really nice energies coming in here. Now, where this path could lead you if you chose to go down it. We have the Four of Cups, turning in, and we have the Page of Wands, intensity. Okay. So at the top here we have adventure, so there's definitely a feeling of excitement and wonder coming through here. It doesn't feel scary, it just more feels like enticing, almost like you're being tempted to go down this path because it's so mysterious, kind of in a very wonderful way. It feels good for sure. For those of you that this is dealing with job or finances, it looks very good because we have the Knight of Pentacles bringing in new opportunities for you. We have the Empress here, who is all about abundance in your life and being able to manifest what it is that you want and need at this time. And we also have the Nine of Pentacles, which is indicating that there's going to be kind of a lessening of financial burdens and perhaps moving into a place where you're feeling a lot more financially free. So financial freedom, free from worrying about money or job security or whatever it might be. So the energies are very, very positive that are surrounding you on this path here. This is a really wonderful time. We're coming up on the eclipse here to set our intentions going forward. Where do you want this path to take you? We can see with all these rainbow colors here, mirroring those of the Empress. We've got rainbows within the Empress card as well. That it's really up to you. You have some creative license here. You can decide what you want to get out of this path. So take this time as we approach the eclipse and set your intentions for what it is that you want. For those of you especially who are dealing with material, concrete things, it looks like it's going to be really there for you. You have a lot of energy to back up those intentions. So very wonderful. Where this could lead you, there may be a period down the road, if you were to choose this pathway, a period of self-doubt. You may have people around you, this can be friends or family, who are verbalizing their doubt in what it is that you're doing, perhaps putting you down, causing you to doubt yourself. So just be aware of that might happen, and you're going to have to put up some boundaries around you and let their own opinions be their opinions and not affect what you know to be right and true. You have this strong, intense energy driving you forward. It's like you have a vision of what it is that you want, where you want to go, and this is telling me here that you need to continue to focus on that vision no matter what it is that's going outside of you. There's potentially some distractions, whether these are people or circumstances that come up and try to sway you and pull you from where it is that you are going on this path. but you are being guided to really maintain that intensity and maintain that focus and your drive for achieving what you want. Overall energy for path 2, we have the 8 of Wands. This is traveling. Two things to consider here: 10 of Cups, which is harmony, and the 3 of Cups, celebration. Again, really nice energies coming in for you, Virgo. Now, where this path could lead you if you chose to go down it, we have the 4 of Wands, and we have the Knight of Wands. Okay. So there's an emphasis on communication, sending and receiving messages of any kind. There can also be, as the card indicates, traveling. For some of you, this could be relocation. For others of you, this would be more like a trip that you would take with the intention of coming back home afterwards. But these things are kind of all swirling around path 2, heavy focus on communication. Now we have also the alignment of the mind and the heart coming in here with the 10 of Cups. So this can be you personally and internally. This could also be you coming into harmony and balance with somebody else who's very important in your life. Someone who you have a very strong connection with. There's a feeling of freedom coming in here. There's a feeling of something being released, and then there is celebration coming in as a result of that. If there's been any kind of misunderstanding between you and a significant other, then I see that coming to an end here. There's a lot more peace and harmony flowing into your life, and then there's a sense of relief and happiness and celebration that you've pulled through that. And that could be where this communication is coming in, emphasis on communication in order to clear up any misunderstandings that have occurred in the past, so that you're able to move forward a lot more joyfully and freely. There's down the road, there is an emphasis on partnership. Whether this is between you and one other person, or perhaps several other people, almost like a team, family unit kind of comes to mind here with this participation card. I'm seeing some kind of like discussion, almost like you're sitting at a table and kind of trying to come to an agreement about something, hammer something out. Because we have so much good emotional context in between here, it feels like it's not going to be as heated and passionate as it might have otherwise been. So it's kind of like going to be a lot more low-key, perhaps left any misunderstandings back in the past where they belong. And you're coming away from this very, very successfully. We have playfulness here. This is you having a renewed spring in your step, feeling very light in your heart. It's kind of like a childlike happiness and freedom coming in. So it appears to be very good for you, Virgo. Both of these paths have a lot of promise in them. So I'm going to pull an additional card for each of these paths, just to get some further information. What else does Virgo need to know about path 1? Additional guidance for Virgo for path 1. Gentleness. Now this can be gentleness with yourself. I'm being drawn to these two cards in particular. There may be people who are being hard on you, and perhaps you're going to have to ask them to kind of give you a break and be a little bit softer. Or you may, through self-doubt and questioning your motives and your actions, be bringing about your own kind of self-sabotage, and you need to be very patient and gentle with yourself. This is a very feminine energy, just like the Empress here. So really try to embody that kind of calm, easygoing, gentle energy whenever you feel that the intensity is really ramped up and a little bit overwhelming for you. There is like kind of a energy of purity and freedom coming in through this card as well. We have a lot of white and we have doves in the background. Now what else does Virgo need to know about path 2? Additional guidance for Virgo for path 2. Thought. Okay. So definitely taking some time to consider what your stance is going to be, especially if there is somebody else who's involved in this particular path, and I feel that there is at least one other person. You're perhaps going to have to think very deeply about how they're going to fit in to your picture, what their place is going to be like, what their role is going to be. I see, just kind of taking a step back and looking at these two spreads, I feel like this is a very independent path. Not that you're completely isolated, but I just see a lot more kind of independence and freedom coming in through this path 1, whereas this path 2 seems to be a little bit more collaborative. There are more people involved in it. A little bit more focus on partnership and perhaps even on healing partnerships. I'm just checking to see if I see anything else here. There's a potential for a lot of stability coming in. The Four of Wands is often depicted with the 4 kind of stable pillars driven into the ground. And I'm seeing here in the Thought card, we have two pillars here that are very strong and stable. So if you've been struggling with feeling unstable, this path is offering the stability that you've been looking for. It's going to be very dependable, and it's going to kind of stand the test of time and the test of any challenges that may come forward in the future. So this is a solid choice for those of you that are looking for stability through partnership in whatever way that might take shape. And I think that is everything. So I hope that some of these messages have resonated with you, Virgo. I hope that you found the reading helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself, and I will see you again in September.